What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trev, and I'm back with another video. I'm here. It's up to date. Things are current. I just left the gym, and I also ran an errand to get my car fixed. But, that's besides the point, because I wanted to talk to you guys today because I had a really important experience, and I have a really important message for you guys because, man, I'm not going to lie. This is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound a little trippy, but I had a dream last night, and I remember this dream in 4K HD resolution because, man, this dream was kind of horrifying because it had manifested some of my fears and insecurities, and I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm not a perfect person. I'm a human being going through a human experience, and when I have things that I'm worried about, that I have doubts or anything like that, I want to share it with you guys and be real and be vulnerable because, I feel like that's an essential part of being human. And, a lot of people, they tuck things in, they hold things in, and they try to call it controlling your emotions. But sometimes, that stuff's not enough. I'm not saying be like a crybaby and cry and be soft about everything. But I'm saying sometimes if you have things going on, you should explain them, you should talk about them, and you should just try to get help or share with others your issues, and maybe they can help you. But that's besides the point. I had a dream, basically, a bunch of strange dreams, actually. But I remember this one in particular because it was a dream about my friend. And I'm not going to say which friend it was, but I had a dream about my friend. And he was more successful than me. He was more accomplished than me. And he basically was living out what I want to do. And, I was a little insecure by this dream because, it's kind of crazy to see someone living your dream. And it's nuts because I'm like, usually I don't ever feel these feelings of jealousy. I don't ever feel these feelings of insecure because I like to be my own person, and I like to run my own race and do things at my own kind of pace, and I don't really worry about what the next man is doing. But, I had this dream, and it horrified the heck out of me because I was like, dang, I usually don't feel this way, but I feel this way. And, that's to say, I'm human. It happens. You do feel sometimes that you're missing out in life or you're behind people, especially when you're being patient like I am, waiting for your opportunity, and you're kind of running on other people's time. But I had this dream, and I was like, I was afraid because, I'm not a jealous, insecure person. But I had this dream, and it was like divine, and it was crazy. But, and I'm not saying this to sound superstitious or anything, but it sounded out of body. It sounded out of body and out of character. And I wanted to discuss that because, honestly, I was reading about something like this in the Bible because I was reading about King David. Well, he wasn't a king at this point, but I was reading about King Saul and King David, right? And King Saul was jealous of David because David had accomplished more than him, and he won God's favor instead of King Saul. And he was just hating on David, tried to get David killed, and then ultimately he fell on his sword and he died, and then David became king. Read the story in the Bible. It's been there for a while. But I read about this story of jealousy, and I thought to myself, dang, why is Saul so mad at David? But then I read this quote in the scripture that said Saul had did something thousands of times and David had did it 10,000s of times. And I felt like this quote related to me, and not at the time, but when I had this dream just now and this morning, I was like, this quote relates to me because I'm insecure about my friend, like how Saul was insecure about David. But I'm self-aware about my insecurity, and I want to work harder to be more humble and appreciative of what I have and just run my own race and be patient, because that was Saul's problem. He was jealous of the next man, and then he ended up losing favor. And, I'm not trying to lose favor, and I'm trying to be my own kind of authentic person. So I just want to talk to you guys about that and let you know that these feelings are natural, and you just got to work through these feelings, and you just got to understand, things come and go, and you got to let life kind of come naturally, and, you just got to do what you got to do. And, this is a little bit of a downer kind of video, but if you guys are going through these feelings of insecurity, work on yourself. Go to the gym like I did today, run some errands, do things to make yourself feel better and stand out. But don't hate on the next man, because that's the problem with everybody today. They hate on the next man for being successful. Like, I hop on Twitter sometimes and people are just hating on Jalen Hurts because he's a successful millionaire quarterback and the ladies like him. And I'm like, why are you hating on this man? Let him do what he does naturally. Who cares? Run your own race. Why are you caring what the next man is doing? And then I thought about this quote, and then, I just read it, and, it's all relevant today. And I wanted to share that with you guys. But, just run your own race. If you have these feelings like I did, address them, face them head on. Don't just let that insecurity pile up to the point where you can't do anything and you find yourself hating on a friend and making a friend into an enemy where they don't exist. It all starts with you. starts with that heart of yours. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about that and tell you guys to let things flow naturally. But that's besides the topic. I'm done talking about this. That's the end of the video. And I'm going to go to the movies actually and see this Napoleon movie because I'm a big history buff and I've been wanting to see this movie for a minute. So I'm going to go to the movies to see that. And then the next video post is going to be very interesting because I'm doing something with my college alumni group. I'm going out somewhere. We're going to an art museum. We're going to discuss business. We're going to have a nice little social. And I'm going to give you guys a little in real life vlog. And I'm going to just show you guys another side of me. But anyway, that's my video for today. Like, comment, and subscribe and tell me what you guys think. And I'm out.